Hi, good afternoon. Welcome to Exactly So. My name is Jen. Today is June 9th, 2021. Probably get loaded on June 10th though. I have sewing, I have cross stitch, I have crochet, I have knitting. Did I say sewing? I have a lot of sewing. I
Later, in the void.
have some clay crafting and with some polymer clay for getting ready for the Vlogoween giveaways, and yeah, I've got some stuff to do and show you. So we'll look at the introduction and I'll be right back. Welcome back. Right, so I guess we should just kick off with stuff. I guess I'm gonna have to keep leaning down because it's all on the floor here. First thing I'm going to show is my crochet. I am crocheting this lovely little, where am I going? This lovely little poncho. And all the information for the pattern is in the description box below if you want to go check her stuff out. It's this wide, but I'm going to fold it. So I finally finished off the rows of the green, so that olive green is done, and I started on the crushed plum. So this is being crocheted with a size 6mm hook, and God, that's so squishy soft. It's so nice. And it's a Bellissima by, I think, Stylecraft. I just had some extra acrylic yarn laying around, and yeah, Helen Duffin said, why don't you make a poncho? And I was like, I love your ponchos, so I'm gonna make a poncho. So she told me where to go for a pattern, and there you go. So yeah, so that is lovely. I can't wait to have that done. It's quick work too, so basically can sit down for half an hour and work on that, and it's like not a problem at all. The next thing I'm going to show you is 25 rows on the sock that I managed to get done. This is just my regular pattern. It's being knit with Shock and Meyer Regia's Garden City color design line. And I'm not sure if you can get this anymore, but there's the numbers in case you'd like them to try to find it. Like I said, I got 25 more rows done, so I had turned the toe last time, and this is what I've managed to put out. There we go. Let me see if I can show it up close. It's a very toothy wool. You can see the little bits coming off it, but it's not uncomfortable on your foot. It doesn't feel scratchy per se. So yeah, so it's going okay. Those are being knit on 2.25mm Knitter's Pride carbones. Yes. So I do have a bit of cross stitch. Oh, good lord, sorry. I do have a bit of cross stitch to show. I got some work done on the Rovaris. I finished the letter D. This is October 31st, 1692. This is the pattern. Nice little Italian company. You can find them on Etsy. It's so pretty. I love this thing. Kim's is gorgeous. I say that every time, but it's true, it is. So I have finished the letter C and D, and I have started on the letter E right here. Cover up my face every time. Somebody told me to stop doing that. Anyway, letter E. So yeah, we're getting there, slowly but surely. Don't call me Shirley. No work on the Blackbrook Angels though, I'm afraid. I'm very sorry. There's stuff going on, we'll talk about at the end. Right, I am really gonna have to bend over now, so give me 1 second to put all this stuff in my lap. So, I got some sewing done this week, a little bit. The first thing I'm going to show is that new look skirt. It is K6106. I made VC. There we go. And like I said last week, I picked out some random buttons for this. but I think they look okay, and since it's only for home, I don't really care, to be honest. But yeah, so it's a little bit wide on me, but yeah, it came out very well. I am going to try to hold it up to the camera, but I'm not sure if it won't make my camera go wackadoodle if I do, but I will. Oh, the invisible zip is done. It's right here. In case you're wondering, it's right here. And that came out well. And here, let me just get you some buttons. There we go. There we are. So that's what the buttons look like on the sides. That's the pocket. No stabbing myself this week. There's no pins. I have not decided on a length yet. That's why there's no hem on this. But it's done. Let's skip that. The next thing I'm going to show is that nap time shorts pattern that I got for free off the internet. And I have made 2 pairs. I did make the pair with the... I have a string, sorry, hang on. I have another one on the back and I don't know why. I have used that buffalo plaid to make myself a pair of boxer shorts. The back, chook-a-chook, looks more like itself here. That's what it looks like, really. A little bit big, kind of hangs off my hips, but that's okay. And I put one of my back tags in. So that is that pair done. Gosh, this is not taking very long. This podcast can be so short this time. The next is the pillowcase. Remember the pillowcase I showed you guys last week that I was going to make something out of? I did try to get the top out of it, but I couldn't. It wasn't quite enough fabric. So I decided to stuff it. I'm going to use some of the scraps for a wreath I'm going to make for Halloween with little ghosts on it. So yeah, the gray is kind of sort of perfect for that. It's going to go with some purple, but yeah. So I tightened the elastic up on these, and yeah, they came out okay. These 2 are kind of baggy, but they're better on the waist. And yeah, there you go. I had to add about 2 inches at the top of the band when I was cutting it out, so I actually had to sew the top back band together with another piece. I didn't bother to line up the stripes. Sorry, Kim. But yeah, so that's done. Now the next thing I have to show, first I have to apologize to Helen because I said I was going to send you this fabric, but then when I weighed it up and looked at how much it was going to cost me to send, because it weighed a metric ton, I decided not to do it because it actually cost more than the fabric itself. So I don't know where these fabric shops are getting their mailing stuff from, but yeah, they got it pretty cheap. Anyway, so I made a top out of this tie-dye stuff that I said I can't stand. This doesn't feel too bad on, actually. So yeah, it's not hemmed because I was lazy and didn't hem it. Actually, that's not true. It's not hemmed because I'd already switched the thread out on my machines to accommodate the brown for the skirt. And that top was made with a McCall's pattern. It's M7322, and I made the view B. There we go. So there we go. So that is complete. And the very last thing I'm going to show you that I did was the Vogue 5 Easy Pieces. So it's like a capsule wardrobe pattern. It has a ton of pieces in it, and it's V9246, well worth the money. And I made view C, which is this top right here. There we go. Don't mind the blue nail polish, I just didn't get that off in time. So the top, perfect. I mean, the best sewing I've ever done in my life, no joke, hands down, best sewing I've ever done. Came out great. I just made it with some calico, and which is like cotton, and yeah, It's super duper terrific. You can see the little, you can see my chalk line there on the side there, the yellow. Where'd it go? Right here. That's my chalk line because it hasn't been in the laundry yet. But yeah. So, you know, the neck has bias tape in, 1/2-inch bias tape. I finished the insides the way they instructed. The bottom has a little slit in it here, and it was sort of backward folding and then inside out kind of nonsense for the sides there, but it was good. I would think. And that is all of the sewing. Super pleased with that. This video is going to be extremely short. I apologize. I can't believe I just got through all of that in that amount of time. Wow. Right, but I haven't had my blather yet, so there you go. The next thing is inside my sewing machine, next to my spooky boot. Okay, I want everybody to be super kind about this because I have never done anything with polymer clay in my life. I am not an artist. I can follow instruction, which is fine. I am artistically challenged. That's the easy way to put it. But I thought I would try. Like I said, I'm trying to get some things together for the giveaway for Vlogoween. And so I made a little polymer clay pumpkin. So I'll try to show it. It doesn't seem to want to focus very well. But yeah, so be kind, because like I said, this is my first go at one of these kind of things. Come on. There we go. So that's him. It's his little stringy curly vine thing and his stem and his leaf. I'm going to put a lobster claw on this, but yeah. Oops, sorry. There we go. He just looks like that all the way around. There we are. So yeah, so I'm keeping him safe up here. Actually, I'm not keeping him safe up there. I'm just enjoying looking at him. I don't know why it's a him, but it is. So yeah, so he's sitting pretty there. I am going to try to do some different things with polymer clay. Like I want to make some candy corn and yeah, a few other things. I just want to try a few other things, but I got to be like super duper careful because like I am not good at stuff like that. So we'll see. I might get better. I did do some paper crafting this week. However, it is not in this room. It is downstairs, so I can't show it. Well, I could show it, but I didn't want to run downstairs. So anyway, that's it for the crafting. That's pretty much all I have done, right? Yes, that's correct. Just checking. Right, so, what's going on here? So I've been working in the garden a little bit, and I have been painting windowsills here. And I've been painting the banister. After I stripped it, I am painting the stairs white after I've stripped all of them. So this is the news. We are moving. Our neighbors, okay, so I don't really want to talk about the reason that we're moving. The old lady next to us is just a not nice person. It's escalating. She's getting worse, and she's dropping stuff over the wall now and hanging her rugs over our fence onto our side. And she's just being horrible, and instead of investing another 7,000 pounds for fencing and all of that, which probably wouldn't stop the issues that we have anyway, we decided just to sell the house up. We're kind of lucky in the sense that we've been able to make a lot of extra payment on our home and have halved our mortgage in like 3 years. So we are lucky that way. But we have found a place. We are going to view it on Saturday at 1 p.m. I will take my phone and I will try to get some photographs of at least the street and the outside. I can't really take photographs on the inside because, it's somebody else's house right now. And the owner, because of COVID, is the person who's going to be showing us around. So mask up, gloves, all of that stuff we have to have on. And yeah, we have to be super duper careful. The house is very nice. It's a 1930s sort of Art Deco home, and it's been done to a decent standard. And yeah, it's got a large back garden. The only problem with it is it doesn't have grass. It's all graveled. But she's a single older lady, and you know, she's been living on her own there, so you know, she doesn't want to mow her garden, does she? So, makes sense, right? We can change that though, and that's an easy change. Yeah, as far as the sale of our house goes, our neighbors on the other side, the sweet kids on the other side of our house, they come from a very large Pakistani family, and Asim approached us about 3 months ago and said, if you guys decide that you're going to move or you're going to sell, please let us know, because my mom and dad are getting older, and we're either going to find a house next to them or near them, or you know, if you guys want to sell your place to us, then you know, they can move in and we can make it all one big house and all live together. So that is kind of convenient because we already have a buyer for the house. It's just a matter of how much do you want to pay for our home. So yeah, so that is the news. I have been to the doctor this week. I did have my back seen too. Unfortunately, some other things came up in some of my tests that weren't so happy, so I am off to the hospital for some more tests. Sorry, my eye itches. And hopefully, fingers crossed, everything will be okay there and not dire. Anyway, I did find out that I'm a little bit healthier than I thought in some aspects, so that was really good. Okay, right. All of that said, I am looking forward to Vlogoween. I am definitely cutting out some time next week, late next week, so the video probably won't come out until Saturday, but I am cutting out some time to record a video about all the summer horror movies that I like to watch, and that's all that's going to be. So if you don't want to see that, it'll obviously be named Summer Horror Flicks to, you know, chill out with. I don't know, can you chill out with a summer horror flick? I will say that I saw The Conjuring, the new Conjuring movie. It was probably the one I least liked. It wasn't super great, but it did have some really good jump scares, and it was kind of suspenseful. It's nothing like Annabelle Comes Home, where, you know, she goes to the Warrens' house and stuff happens. That one is the scariest one, hands down, bar none. That's the scariest one. So, well, for me anyway. You might have different ideas. Yeah, so there's a whole list, and you know Jaws is going to be in it. You know, obviously Friday the 13th, and a couple boners that are B-rated, but they're just fun, you know? Anyway, yeah, so let's not talk about that. You can see that in the video. Anywho, I am going to head out now. I hope you guys are all okay. I hope you're having a great week. I love you all very much. Please hit like and subscribe if you want to hang out. If you're new, hi. I never said welcome. And I never said thank you to anybody for viewing. I'm such a shit. Anyway, thanks for viewing. If you're new, hit like and subscribe. Come on in. Yeah, so next week, hopefully, I will have some more sewing. I have 3 more projects to do. I've gotten through about 2/3 of my fabric. My fabric box is now, except for my shearing fabric, it is empty. And I don't have any plans to buy any more right away. Basically because we're moving and I don't want to lug it. But yeah, so I'm going to let you guys all go. I love you, like I said, very much, and I will see you later. Take care of yourselves. Have a great week. Merry parts.